What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Mom and Son Show.
I'm the mom.
And I'm the son, and today we have a time wasting episode, not for you, but are you doing these five things that could possibly waste your time or possibly not? We're going over the myths and how you can save time in the parks. Don't go anywhere. Mom, I'm actually pretty excited about this episode because I think this is a big deal that a lot of the people that are going and spending thousands of dollars on their vacations, they want to save as much time and they see all these myths or all these things about time savers. And we need to go over that and let the people know if they actually are time savers or if they are
Mhm.
not. Do you agree?
I do agree, but we also have to realize that everybody has different reasons for being there. And that changes things also. If you're there just for a day, if you're an annual pass holder, if you're only here once every 10 years, it makes a difference.
That is a
So,
very, very good point.
yeah, so apply it as it pertains to your situation.
Yeah, correct. Because we go very, very often. So if there is something that we don't want to do, we don't do it. However, you will see with these top five myths about time saving, um, maybe you'll have to do it just to get on a ride. So let's
Mhm.
go ahead and jump into it, shall we?
We shall. We
Shall we?
shall.
With the first one being stop wasting time. No, the
Yeah.
first one is going to be rope drop. Mom, tell us a little
Rope
bit about rope drop.
dropping. Rope dropping. So rope dropping nowadays only pertains to those people who are staying at resort hotels. Otherwise, you can't get in early. Every park you can get in a half hour early, and that's the only time you really can rope drop. Otherwise, you're just waiting in line. So they have different types of rope dropping. There's actually the rope drop where a rope is across. There's the cast member that kind of waits for you to go. And then what they're doing now, which I think is the best thing they've ever done, is they're actually letting the people wait in the parks, in the queues for the rides where you want to go. I think that's done a lot of good in that you're not, well, you're still being trampled upon, let's face it, but it's not such a long ride, walk to get to where you need to go. What
Right.
do you think?
And people always thought that, hey, I'm gonna go rope drop. We used to do this with Avatar all the time. We would get there an hour, hour and a half before the park even opened. Um, and for some reason, nobody counts that as waiting in line.
You have
I
to.
don't know why. They're like, oh yeah, we only waited 15 minutes. No,
Because
you waited an
I'll tell
hour and
you
a
why.
half outside before the park even opened, and that counted. That started your line. It really did. I don't care
It
what people
okay, it did
say.
start your line. However, if you're doing it before the park opens, then you still are gaining that hour and a half that you would be wasting if you waited till 10 o'clock in the morning to wait in line.
I'm not
That's
saying
the
that it's
difference.
I'm not saying that it's not faster, but I'm saying
Well,
you
it's not
have to
faster, but
I'm
yes.
saying you have to add that to your
No.
waiting time in line. Is this a myth? I don't know if it's a myth. It does definitely save you time. Obviously, early bird gets the worm. The earlier you get there, the
Mhm,
less line you're going to have to wait,
mhm.
generally speaking. But
However,
like mom said, the rope drop is still there. You can still get there early before the park opens. You can still, or as the park opens, like mom said, they normally let you in and you can wait in the queue. But the guests that are on hotel property, they're already going on the rides, so it
mhm.
probably doesn't save you that much time.
And it really doesn't. And the only thing it does is I believe it gives you one extra ride. You know,
Yeah.
you get to go on one ride because a half hour, by the time you get in that line and you go through the queue and on the ride, it's time for the park to open to the general
Worth it
public.
though. So
So it's up
if
to
you're
you.
on
Yep.
Disney property, I highly recommend you take advantage of the early entry. If you are
Mm-hmm.
not, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour doesn't really matter. It's if it's going to
Yep.
be a busy day in the park, it's going to be in the busy park, which leads us to number two,
Mm,
Lightning
like
Lane, Single Pass, Premier Pass. What's it
lightning
about,
lane.
Mom?
So here's the misconception. People think that if they get the multi-pass lightning lane, the multi-pass, that they will be able to skate free and like just go about their day. The problem is you're limited. You can only book it 7 days in advance if you're staying on property. Otherwise, it's only 3 days in advance. And the 3 days in advance, you're not getting Slinky Dog. You're not getting all the top tier ones. So it does help you. However, you're going to be on your phone all day trying to adjust for the times.
Yep.
The Lightning Lane single pass, that's where you pay one price to go on one ride. Um, that's a little bit different. And then, of course, you always have the Premier Pass if you want to spend over $400.
The Premier Pass is the lightning lane for any time you can go on any ride
Mhm.
once, for the whole park.
Once,
Yeah, once.
once per ride.
The
So,
multi-pass lightning lane you buy once for the one park, and then you can, as long as there are time slots available, you can fill it and you can hold three at a time. Right? Is that correct,
mhm,
Mom? Was that right?
mhm.
So here's
And once you use one, you can add another.
the hard thing about this is when you first sign up for it, you can choose one major ride and two smaller rides. You cannot, once you get into a line and you burn it, that is the only opportunity you can start adding more. It's a very we're I've got it once, right? We bought it once, and I was on my phone every single day or every single minute trying to upgrade times and whatnot. You really lose the family experience. You can get rides. We were on rides all day, every day. I mean, we just kept flying through rides because I knew how to pound the app. But if you are trying to experience time with your family, it's not the way to go.
And the other way that it can be actually a time waster is, yes, you could get the three rides, but they might not be in the same area.
Right.
So you might be going from Space Mountain to Splash Mountain back over to Barnstormer. So it's hard to adjust as far as location.
Correct. Now, if you're there for one day, it is recommend. I recommend it. It's a great program. It's just don't expect you to be as open and freely as you think it is. There's time slots and it's tough to get the time slots.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on. Park hopping.
Park hopping. So this was always an interesting one. I don't know how people think that it's actually saving time. It doesn't. It actually wastes your time. The only time I see it as valuable is if you were planning on doing two parks, a half day in the morning, a half day in the afternoon. It takes almost a half an hour to go on the Skyliner to get from Hollywood to Epcot or back and forth. So that really isn't a time saver.
Yep. Yeah,
So
I agree. I don't know what roller coaster that is on the left. I think that's from Busch Gardens, to be honest with you.
it probably is.
All right.
It's a background picture. It's a background picture. So if you hop over to Busch Gardens, you're certainly going to be wasting your time.
No, but if like the only time that I recommend park hopping is number one, if you see the wait times at another park is so low that you're like, hey, let's go over to this park to try to get on more rides. For example,
Maybe.
if you are at Epcot and you see that Rise of the Resistance is 10 minutes, you know Hollywood Studios is low, and just head over there. But
Mhm.
you are better off just staying at the park you are, just sucking it up and just getting it
Mhm.
done. So that way the next day you can go on a different one. Uh,
Exactly.
Animal Kingdom you can knock out in a half a day, so that's definitely a park hopping opportunity. There's not
Right.
a lot to do there, especially now that they're
The
closing down
the
Dinosaur, they're
hard
closing
part,
down
yeah, the hard
the
part with
zoo,
Animal Kingdom is there's only really one mode of transportation or two, your own car and a bus.
or the minivan. But that's
Well,
yeah.
that's a
So
car.
is park hopping time saving? No, it's definitely not time saving. Could it help you out on your day if another park is light? Maybe, but at the same time, maybe other people are watching that and they're all on their way to that park too. So
Mhm.
I recommend just staying at where you are, trying to enjoy the most of it. And if you,
Now, if you're at a park and you've completed everything that you really wanted to do,
yeah,
then by all means, park
for
hop to
sure.
another park and start experiencing that one.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
okay.
last but not least, oh no, we have two more.
Not last. Two more. Two more. Strollers. Are they advantageous or not? So first of all, yes, they're going to be advantageous if you have little ones that really need to ride. But the problem with strollers is, as you know, they're bulky. Trying to find a place to park them, finding them when you get off the ride, because if you don't park them in the stroller parking spot, it will be moved to where it needs to be.
Right.
And if anyone has been to Magic Kingdom by the carousel when it's been really, really busy, there's thousands of strollers, and it's going to be hard to find. Now, these are the park strollers from years past and current years. So as you can see, they've really been upgraded. However, who wants to sit in a stroller and there's
Plastic, no padding,
no
no nothing.
no padding, and there's also not any storage.
Right. That
So there's a
I
little
was
there's a
just going to
little
say that.
netting.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little netting on the back that can maybe hold, a wallet or
The
maybe
the
a little water
the biggest
bottle.
thing about getting strollers is number one, rent them from a different store. Don't rent them from Disney because
Yes.
obviously this is the quality that you're going to get.
Mhm.
Not that it's bad. If this is the only option you have, take it. But rent it from a different company that gives you a nice stroller where number one, you don't have to waste 30, 45 minutes checking in just to rent the stroller out. If you are there in the
Right.
mornings, it is at
Hmm.
least a 30, 45-minute wait because not only are you dealing with strollers, but that same guest service is working with wheelchairs, the
Hmm.
scooters. It's the
Hmm.
same line. So it takes forever to check it out to make
Hmm.
sure everything is good and whatnot. If you
And
have
you
your
can't
own
reserve ahead of time.
Right. So if you have your own stroller, that number one, you can keep all your things in. You can bring the food in. If you bring lunch in, try to save some money. You can leave it in
Hmm.
that stroller while you are parked. I think strollers are a great thing. If you use it the Disney way and rent the Disney one, it wastes a lot of time where you can be in line already. So
Hmm.
I recommend bringing your own stroller or renting it
And for
from a
those
nearby company.
And for those families who have multiple children, if you have a younger one that's still taking naps, and if you're fortunate enough, I always was that one of you guys, you slept in the
Yep.
stroller.
Yep.
So you didn't have to go back to your resort and take a nap in midday afternoon and then come back, although that's an option.
And
You could
that's a
stay and
great
spend all
segue
day
into doing it all
into
in
do
one
it
day.
all, do it all. I'm sure we've all seen this, and I've been guilty of doing this as well, especially when the kids were younger. You try to plan out your day and you try to plan it out like by the minute. And it ends up being a disaster because there's so many things that can go wrong with that. You have rides that go down. So, of course, you're thinking, I'm going to get on this ride at this time, and you go there and it's having technical difficulties. You have lunch reservations, you've got character meet and greets. You have one kid who wants to go this way, another kid that wants to go that way. Um, it really is tough. So, hopefully, your first visit there, you'll have more than one day to experience.
Yeah.
So, you won't have to have the fear of I'm a loser if I don't get it all done.
My thought is, if you have a couple days there, enjoy it. Like really enjoy. If you try to bust all this out with young kids, you're going to be like that little girl, boy on the ground, just crying and then crying. Um, the lunch times are generally the easiest for the lines because most of those are nap times where people leave the park or they have lunch. So the lines in the rides might be a little bit shorter. So try to judge around
Mhm.
that. Maybe get to park a little bit later so that way you
Mhm.
get there at 10. That way you just run right through the lunch rush. And then at 3 o'clock, go get lunch. Change up your schedule just a little bit so it's not
Mhm.
everybody's doing the same thing at the same time. You might find it a
Right.
little bit easier. And then pick
And
your
then
top three, I always say.
that's what I was just going to say. Yep.
If you can pick your top three rides that are must do's, if you can knock those three out, then you feel like you have accomplished it. The kids are
Mhm.
having a great time. They want to go on those rides, and then you can fill those little rides in after
Mhm.
that. But pick top three rides that you want to do, and make sure you do them, and then just enjoy the whole thing because it really
Yep.
is a fun and magical place to be. If you are not 7:15, oh gosh, we have to run now. We're late. We're
Yeah.
behind.
Well, that's you every morning.
Yes, we
So,
gotta go. We gotta go. That's me right now. We're running behind. What are
yes.
your time savers? Go ahead and leave comments if you think this is helpful for you. If you want to see more content like this, and how you vote as a family of what you want to do. Because I know for what I would like to do. Actually, my wife is on the same page as me, but maybe not my sisters. So, how would you vote as a family of
Yeah.
what you think the top three rides are?
And
And
we've been going since 1993, so we do have some background experience with it. So you leave a comment, and we might be able to give you some advice for it.
oh yeah.
So,
And then this is the last part. We're just going to run through this because you probably have seen this happening already. We have a new CEO that starts in
mhm.
March. Bob Iger, see ya, bro. I think he was a horrible CEO, but he will still be around helping Josh Damaro.
Hmm.
navigate his way. But
Everybody seemed to like Josh tomorrow, so this will
obviously
be
everybody
interesting.
thinks that
Yeah,
Josh is going to be a
yeah.
great addition,
He's going to
and
bring back the Disney vibes
Disney
that
feel.
everybody
Yep.
wants. Yeah.
Dinosaurs officially closed. Bring on
Hmm.
Indiana Jones. Cinderella's castle moat has been starting draining because they are painting, and they are going to start
Yes.
painting.
Yes.
Conservation Station and Wildlife Express train closing on the 23rd of this month. That is right, because they are going to make that Bluey experience.
Hmm.
And I'm hoping all the animals are going to be gone, and they are going to add a playground for the kids, because
Yes.
the
And it's going to be an interactive activity area, so that'll be good, and it'll keep the kids over on that in that area. So it
exactly.
should like spread the people out a little bit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, Mom, what do you got for a joke today? I know we're running a little over time, but that's okay.
How do you make a waterbed bouncier?
Jump on
You fill it with spring water.
it.
It's a good one.
Nice. I like that one,
It's a
Mom.
good one.
Very good. Oh
Okay,
yeah.
good. Good, good, good. Alrighty. No fact today?
No, Mom. No, I already gave all the facts. I already gave all the facts.
Alrighty. Well, we're in for a warm up and then another cold down and then another warm up. We hope everybody got through this last cold spell.
Yeah, if you
Another
guys
one
were
coming
actually
in.
at Disney during the 12-degree weather and you braved it, I saw a couple
Hmm.
YouTubers out there that were braving it, and it was chilly. Let
Yeah.
us know how you did. Let us know. The
Yep.
park looked pretty empty, so it looked like you could
Yeah.
get on a lot. Let us
Yep.
know how it was.
So, yep. So enjoy. Have a happy, healthy, safe weekend, and we'll see you when we see you. I'm the mom.
And I'm the son, and this is the Mom and Son Show.